Okay, students, welcome back. This was the last slide that we did in our previous session. This is lecture 11 of HRD. Now today we shall be picking up a new topic, and that is your human resource planning process. Now visualize this diagrammatic representation closely. Try to understand. The very first component is the environment. A business operates under certain environmental factors like technical, political, demographical. So all these factors influence any given setup of business in any area of our country. So environmental constraints are there. We have to understand that this human resource planning is operating under certain environmental constraints, right? Then comes organization objectives and policies. The basis of doing business starts from this objective and policies of the organization. जिस उद्देश्य के लिए हमने बिजनेस किया है या खोला है या कंपनी बनाई है या we have formed any business organization, that objective becomes the basic criteria of any kind of human resource planning, because based on that only we can proceed ahead. Similarly, policies relating to hire, recruitment, training, these all matters in the planning of human resource process. Then HR need forecasting. What are the need forecasting? यानी कि कितने लोगों की जरूरत है, ये एक बेसिक है. And supply forecasting, कितने लोग हम अवेलेबल करवा पाएंगे. But these all factors, whether it is HR need forecast, whether it is HR supply forecast, these are not working in isolation. They are all interrelated and interconnected with the environmental factors, with the objective and policies of the company, and hence in order to determine the HR need forecasting, the environmental factors also work, the objective and policies of the company also work. Similarly, in case of HR supply forecasting also. Then comes HR programming. Based on the need forecast and supply forecast, we may form some HR program. यानी कि एक पूरा ब्लूप्रिंट हम तैयार कर सकते हैं, कहाँ से कितने लोगों को लाया जाएगा, कितने लोग कितने समय में हमें कितने लोगों को सप्लाई करना है, अवेलेबल कराना है विद इन दी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. ठीक है, तो वो HR प्रोग्रामिंग में आ जाएगा बेस्ड ऑन द नीड फोरकास्ट एंड HR सप्लाई फोरकास्ट. एंड देयर आफ्टर वंस द प्रोग्राम इज बीइंग मेड, इट नीड्स टू बी इम्प्लीमेंटेड. सो HR इम्प्लीमेंटेशन कि वेदर वी नीड टू hire people from external recruitment or within the organization they are available, or there are surplus pool of HR which needs to be utilized properly, और पीपल नीड्स टू बी ट्रेन. ये सब HR को इम्प्लीमेंट करने में, ह्यूमन रिसोर्स प्लानिंग को जब इम्प्लीमेंट करेंगे, ये जितने भी तरीके हैं इन सबको हम इम्प्लीमेंट करेंगे. फर्स्ट वी हैव मेड द ब्लूप्रिंट एंड देयर आफ्टर वी गो फॉर इम्प्लीमेंटिंग इट. एंड एट द लास्ट the most important thing comes, that is the control and evaluation. We have to control all these process, चाहे वो रिक्रूटमेंट हो, सिलेक्शन हो, ट्रेनिंग हो, अप्रेजल हो, प्रमोशन हो, सब चीजें हमें कंट्रोल करनी है. और वो कंट्रोल से मतलब ये है कि वी हैव टू बैलेंस. कंट्रोल एंड इवैल्यूएशन से मतलब हमें इवैल्यूएट करते रहना है कि कितना सरप्लस है या कितना शॉर्टेज है. एंड दिस इज इजियर सेड देन डन, as it is represented in this diagram. For an organization, it is not an easy task to have a balance between the surplus or the shortage and form a perfect human resource planning process. It is not that easy. This is a simple diagrammatic representation of what a human resource planning process is all about. Now students, we will take up one by one. The environmental factor first, then objectives and policies. This I will describe. These are given in short in the next slides. However, I will explain. So listen to my explanation and you can make your notes, or you can keep this as a ready reckoner when you are preparing for my subject, right? So we will go for the first factor, and that is your part of the HRP process, and that is the environment. So environment comprises of basically the economic factors, the technological changes, the demographic changes, political and legislative issues, and social concern. Let us take the economic factor. Now, how well or how bad a particular organization is functioning or a company is functioning, it will definitely depend upon the economic factors or the economic conditions prevailing at a given point of time in a country and within the country in a particular region. For example, if the organization pertains to, let's say, computer manufacturing, then we have to assess what are the economic factors relating to IT industry, and that will definitely affect our production of computers. Similarly, there can be other types of products being manufactured or production being done by various companies, which will depend upon the economic factors. Secondly, what kind of economic conditions the country is getting through. This is also at a macro level. कि अगर मंदी का दौर है तो naturally most of the organization they are struggling to get hold on to their business. They are trying to survive. So, or if it is a buoyant state का मतलब है the economy is doing very well. There is a lot of demand from the market. The products are being sold in the market, and it's a win-win kind of situation. So, economic factors definitely end up, having a bearing on our human resource planning. Let's say it's a growing phase. Similarly, economic factors where the production levels are high, let's say, so we need to hire more number of people in order to enhance our production. Maybe at a given point of time in our country, economic factors are very good, companies are doing very well, economy is booming, so naturally it will affect our human resource planning positively, as more number of hiring people will be done, as most of the organization may go for acquisition, may go for expansion of their production capacity, and hence economic factors definitely have a effect on our human resource planning. Then technological changes, of course, with the advent of the modern technologies, the work setting is changed, the type and nature of the people required, that also gets changed. So human resource planning definitely is directly related to technology, because whenever we talk of technology in today's time, we are somehow or the other, we are talking of computerization, we are talking of computer-aided technology, we are talking of computer-aided design, we are talking of computer-aided manufacturing, right? That is what the latest technology is all about, all electronification and computerization. Now, the nature of the people required to man these kind of technological advancement within the organization would require skillful people, those who are abreast with the latest technologies of any kind, in manufacturing, in marketing, in any kind of thing. So technological changes have a direct bearing on the human resource planning, because we need those kind of people, those who are able to man, those who are able to control these kind of technologies and take charge of these kind of technologies. Similarly, demographic changes are a major change. Demographics means now whenever a new product is launched by a company, it always tries to assess. For example, the company manufactures those kind of, let's say, fashionable clothes. So naturally, it needs to assess that within a given region where it is manufacturing and the area where it is going to supply, where they are going to find younger lot of people, because those fashionable clothes will be sold in those areas only, as the demand will come through those kind of places only. So demographic changes, accordingly, hiring people according to the manufacturing options for our organization will definitely require planning at the human resource. Planning has to be done accordingly, right? Similarly, another example in demographics could be the great north and south divide. The kind of tastes and preferences people in the north have, people in the south don't have. Similarly, there may be different choices and preferences in the people residing in the east and people residing in the west. That is to say, whatever is being manufactured by a company, it needs to take care of the demographics, the nature and taste and preference of the people to whom they are going to cater. So accordingly, this will definitely affect the human resource planning process also, because whatever unit the particular company is functioning, let's say in south and in north, because of the taste preferences, the nature of the manufacturing will change, and as a result, the human resource planning and the people, those who are specialists in those kind of manufacturing, that can also be affected. So demographic changes have a impact on it. Then political and legislative issues. By political, you see the whole country is divided into various states. Each state has its own state government. Similarly, there are certain legislation or laws which are made by the central government. There are many others which are made by the state government. So if a company is functioning in a particular state, it has to abide by the rules, regulation and the political will of the place where it is being set up. Let's say a company which is functioning at Maharashtra may have a different consideration for its people, those who are working in the organization, in comparison to, let's say, in Uttar Pradesh, because the working norms changes also according to the region and the political, you can say the political dictum that is prevailing in a particular region, right? We will continue in the next slide.